Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Jonathan, and to my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk about 4 signs that your soul is exhausted, but more importantly, what to do about it. Let's get started. Over the past decade or so, there's been more and more fear that's been infused into reality. There's been more and more added stress. You just look at the average work days. Look at how much longer you're needing to work currently. Look at where's the number one spot that you're cutting. Sleep. Most individuals are not sleeping as much as they should. And not only this, there's a major epidemic that's going on that nobody is talking about. And I'm talking about loneliness. Right now, individuals are more disconnected from each other than they have ever been, even though we have all the tools to remain connected. But I'm talking about loneliness as far as physical connections with other individuals. And as far as all these things, when you combine all these things together, they create and they bring forth an immense amount of fear. They create this unwanted stress. And once you start dipping into those bottom feeding emotions, you literally disconnect from your soul. You literally, all that guidance gets closed off as far as how you should move forward. And now you're just looking as far as security, wanting to have security in your physical reality, hanging on to things tightly, especially with everything that's going on, with all this uncertainty as far as how we should move forward. But in this video, I'm going to talk about 4 signs that your soul is exhausted and how you're able to regain that energy, regain that connection, and truly realize the truest and purest essence of yourself. The first sign that your soul is exhausted is you're catching yourself constantly daydreaming of a life that you're not currently living. You're constantly looking at as far as this is the type of life that I would love to live if I was able to financially. And not only this, you're starting to realize that a lot of your materialistic goods that you've accumulated over the years, you just no longer care about, because you realize now that you were motivated differently than you are currently motivated as far as what type of life you truly want to live. What is it that you want to experience? How is it that you want to serve other individuals? And right now, there's no better time to start to dive into what it is that you're passionate about, even if it's starting part-time, even if it's just spending half an hour a day. Start looking at, as far as if money didn't exist, what is it that you're truly passionate about, and start investing some time in this. And this doesn't have to be starting out a big, huge business right away. This just has to be tapping into that feeling, that emotion that you get while you're doing what it is that you're passionate about. Because oftentimes you go through your spiritual awakening, you realize everything as far as your materialistic gains, you're motivated completely differently. Now you just want to get rid of it all, and you want to literally start a completely whole new life. Therefore, don't hang on to things tightly, and start investing time each and every single day as far as what it is that you're passionate about. The second sign that your soul is exhausted is you feel disconnected from your life. You've been on autopilot for literally decades upon decades upon decades. You find it very difficult to make friends. You have very few close connections with other individuals. And as far as what it is that you're doing on a daily basis, it's really not something that you're passionate about. You really have a hard time to get yourself motivated. And if this is where you're at right now, what I suggest doing is beginning to look inwards, beginning to spend some time alone and truly start to discover yourself. This was something that I had problems with as far as making friends, as far as whenever I was meeting new individuals. I would always presume the individuals were thinking the worst in me. Therefore, what am I doing? I was projecting that back to them. I was literally staying in a defensive mode, not really opening up too much, not really wanting to say too many things because I was so fearful of being judged. But this was things that I needed to heal as far as when I was during my childhood. Growing up, I grew up with a lot of insecurity. So really start to look inwards and truly start to discover who you are at a soul level and begin to pick out all those points, just like right there. Why was I feeling like people were always judging me? Start looking at that. Start to heal all this and truly start to discover yourself. And then when you meet new people, start to see the best in them. And you know what? What's going to end up happening? You're going to be pulling that out of them. And you're going to be seeing individuals are going to be a lot more kinder, loving, and caring and compassionate than ever. And this is exactly what happened during my spiritual awakening. After I got all this inner work done, my reality totally shifted. And the third sign that your soul is exhausted is you have anxiety, stress, or you're dealing with depression. As far as moving forward in life, you've been a people pleaser for the majority of the time. You've always been afraid to truly be your authentic self because of fear of being judged by other individuals. And as far as how to start to move forward, if this is your current state, start your mornings with a meditation. Just by meditating, it's going to help ease that anxiety. It's going to help get you in the present moment. It's going to help get you into that alpha state. And it's going to help to allow you to become more optimistic as far as your day moving forward. And especially if you're feeling stressed, meditation or else just some light form of exercise is going to help to release the stress. Because right now, if you're feeling stressed out, if you're feeling this anxiety and you're not moving, it's just all staying inside you. But if you can get the body to move, or else you can do a meditation, you're going to be able to expel that. You're going to be able to get rid of that. And for those of you who are dealing with depression, I dealt with depression the majority of my life. I was labeled bipolar. Why? Because I was afraid of being my authentic self around other individuals. I was so fearful of being judged by others that I literally created an avatar of what I thought other individuals wanted to see out of me. But guess what? At the end of the day, it's your inner happiness that matters the most. Who cares what other individuals think of you if you're not feeling happy inside? Start to look as far as in your past, what needs to heal, what needs to come up. I've gone through traumatic events as a child where I kept it inside. Well, guess what? That person ended up having control over me, even though it was at a subconscious level, for literally decades on end. But once I was able to release it, to be able to start releasing some of the pain from my heart, I was able to start to feel those high vibes again. I was able to feel that happiness, that joy, that love, that bliss, that for many decades, literally many decades, all I was feeling was pain. But it was by having the courage to start to release it without any resistance, let those tears flow, get rid of those negative emotions. You're going to start to learn at a deep level as far as why you went through certain situations in your life. And it's going to allow you to gain those life lessons that's going to start to allow you to heal at a soul level. So make this your number one priority. Your inner happiness is your number one priority moving forward. And guess what? You're doing far better than you think. Just continue to do that inner work. And you're going to see at a certain point when you start changing everything inside, your reality is going to begin to match it, and you won't even believe how beautiful life can be. And the fourth sign that your soul is exhausted is on a daily basis you find it very difficult to feel any type of joy whatsoever. You've been on autopilot for years upon years upon years upon years. Doing everything right as an adult, you're being responsible, you're really, taking care of everything, but you have forgotten about your inner child. You have forgotten how to have fun, how to let go and just be in the present moment and enjoy yourself. And this doesn't have to be done on a grand scale. This just has to be as far as what makes you happy. What do you truly enjoy doing? Start thinking about, as far as a child, as far as a teenager, what things did you enjoy doing? It could be something as silly as playing ping pong. This is exactly what happened over the Christmas break with my ex-brother-in-law during Christmas. Went over to his house and then we're having a party. And he's been feeling stressed out as far as work, really stressed out and really feeling down. Well, we just ended up starting to play some ping pong. It happens that he's pretty good, but I'm also pretty good. So we got a competition going on. But what ended up happening is I was able to get him into the present moment and to forget about all the stresses as far as his business and everything, and just to enjoy himself as he did when he was a child as far as playing this game. So start looking as far as in your life, what little things can you do to start to bring forth that joy? It's as far as manifesting, here's a secret for you. Envision as many times as you want, it ain't gonna come forth. Start to feel it. Start to feel those high vibes. Raise your vibrations. You're gonna see that your manifestations are gonna come forth a lot quicker and a lot easier. Because once you're able to start to feel your way through life and stop rationally thinking, you're aligning on your life's path. And once you do, guess what? God rewards you. Once you do, you will always receive everything you need when you need it. But you have to get those emotions going. You have to let go of the fear, let go of the stress, let go of the anxiety of this physical reality, and truly awaken your soul. Awaken yourself at a soul level. Discover your full potential as far as how to move forward. Discover your spiritual gifts. And don't be afraid to share it with the world. Open up to the world. Let your light shine for all the right reasons, and God will bless you with all the gifts that you want and you deserve. That's going to keep you aligned on the right path. Start seeing your manifestations that way. It's not something I need to deserve, I need to work for. It's a gift for me having made the right choices in life as far as aligning myself on my life's path. It might have seemed like a lot of information to take in at once, as far as a lot of work that's going to be needing to be getting done. But start looking at it on a daily basis. Okay? Start spending a bit of time, half an hour a day, starting to do that work that you need to, whatever area of your life you need to fix, as far as reawakening your soul, as far as getting yourself re-energized back up, really reconnecting with yourself as far as at a soul level, truly discovering who you are and starting to make those changes in 2021, because 2021 is all about positive, unexpected changes coming forth. But really learn to flow like water. Sometimes it might seem, oh, things are not working out my way. I'm losing things are leaving my life. You're being prepared for your manifestations. You just have to continue to allow that faith to rise, continue to bring forth that certainty, and just move forth with that inner knowing. And if you're remotely still feeling stressed out, like I said, meditation twice a day, first thing in the morning, just before you go to bed. Or else if you're able to get out in the country, get out in nature. Just by going for a walk out in nature, you wouldn't believe how relaxed you're able to become, how much stress you're able to release. And once you release stress, once you release fear, and you're able to start to tap into that love, joy, and bliss, those high emotions, you're going to see that guidance that you're receiving is going to become clear. And that yellow brick road is going to become brighter as far as how you should move forward. And if there's anything that you're struggling with as far as during your spiritual awakening, I have over 150 videos that are completely different, covering as many different topics and subjects as possible. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And for the rest of you, my subscribers, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the likes. You guys have an awesome day. I love you guys. Namaste.